always fighting. Okay. Even so, the time also of the Most High have plain beginnings, and wonders, and powerful works, and ending, and effect, and sign. And every one that shall be saved, and shall be able to escape by his works. See that? So you have to be doing something. You have to believe, which that's faith, but you have to have the works to go with the faith. See, that's Hebrews 11:1. Abraham believed and he was faithful because what? He did an actual action. He was going to actually sacrifice his son Isaac. That's what gave him the faith. I'm going to read that. That's in Hebrews 11:1. It's an action. Matter of fact, let me get it right now. Because, you know, I don't want people to think I'm just talking. Oh, look, he just took off on it. He's rationalizing it good, but, you know, he's just talking. No, I'm going to read. That's why they say reading is fundamental. This Hebrews, let me show you. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the world were framed by the word of God, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. God testified of his guilt, and by it he being dead yet speaking. Right? Because why? What did it mean by he was dead yet speaking? You know what that means? That means that when he died, when Cain killed his brother, what did the Lord say to Cain? He asked him, well, he told him, your brother, he asked him, where's your brother Cain? Where's your brother Abel? I'm sorry. And Cain said, am I my brother? Is that why the guys that joined me, Sigma, Delta, is that why they say that? Well, that's another story. But then Cain turned back around and said, am I my brother's keeper? And God said to Cain, your brother's blood cried unto me. So that's what it meant when it said, okay, say principality of the like that. It's a God testified of his gift, and by it he being dead yet speaking. Because the blood is what the Lord told him that your brother's blood speaketh unto me. Okay, let me get Abraham. Now let's jump to 8. They go through Noah and they go through Enoch. But I was talking about Abraham, and I want to keep that point. I don't want to lose it. It's Hebrews 11:8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whether he went. By faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in the tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he looking for a city which has a foundation, whose buildings and maker God is. See that? So he actually believed when the Lord told him, leave from thy father, which they was actually Canaanites, African. And he basically told him, I'm going to make you a Hebrew, and I'm going to give you a land flowing with milk and honey. Now, I'm going to use the point. So this second Exodus 9:7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, what's him? What are you doing to get to the kingdom of heaven? I'm doing my part. I'm out here prophesying, meaning to tell before, and letting everybody know that the Messiah is on his way and he's out of sight. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by his faith, whereby ye have believed. And I believe he's coming. I believe that the signs I've been speaking about are happening, and it's being tied right through these news channels. Shall be preserved from the said peril, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. See that? Because a lot of people walk past and You know, I had a couple of people tell me like, "Oh, you the guy that everybody's talking about." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They say, "Yeah, in these buildings around here, they say there's some crazy guy out there speaking about the end of the world." And I said, "Oh, maybe they fit the ones who despise this word and just was like, whatever. They shall be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully," because I'm reading out the Bible, "shall dwell in torment. For such as in their lives have received benefits." See, a lot of people, they want to come to God when everything, when the going get tough. See, as long as they cool and everything seems like it's another work week, and I'm just going into the next one, and here come the birthdays and the Halloween. That's a Satan. Which is Halloween is actually the witch's Sabbath. I mean, that's the highest holy day of the witches on the left hand side. So I don't do that, trust me. But as long as everything, which I actually, the elites, they coined it normancy bias. That's what a lot of Americans are under, that I noticed. It's called normancy bias. As long as an earthquake don't knock this building down and they can go to work every day, the end of the world is what you're talking about. Forgetting the fact that all the signs throughout all the news media is showing you it's time to get right with the law, statutes, and commandments. And oh yeah, by the way, it's 613 laws. Not just here, but that's another subject. Okay, the same when you go to 2nd Ezra 9 and you start at 11. "And they that have lofted my law, while they had yet liberty," right? Everybody got the liberty to walk past and come up and ask you questions. I had the liberty to drive down here at one time I wanted to and park. I even have the liberty, according to the Constitution, to do what? The First Amendment. I have the right to assemble, which I'm a symbol. I have the right of religion. That's why I have my religious book down here. And freedom of speech. That's why I'm speaking. So this is liberty right here. "And they that have lofted my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain." See, I don't control what happens. I'm just here as the messenger to tell people you have a left or a right, or you can get with this, or you can get with that. "And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whom the world is, and for whom the world is created." See that? And that's exactly what I'm doing today. So that's what time it is, y'all. It's basically time to get right. Okay, we off camera. Just let me see. Oh yeah, y'all can see. So yeah, so the time of repentance is now. And now I'm finna segment into my lesson, which I got my signs with me. I ain't get to bring my 12 tribes chart, but I actually got my signs with me. So if anybody got any questions, you're willing to come up and ask. Just remember, it's according to the Bible, not according to how I feel. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Let me do one more. Because a lot of people is under that normancy bias. That normancy bias is telling you that everything's gonna be all right. But let's do get it. This Ecclesiasticus 3:1. See that? The devil flee with no man pursue. Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heavens. See that? So it's a time and season for everything under the heavens. I'm gonna jump down. Well, I'm gonna start a little bit. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. And that's what you see. You see that we're living in a time of refraining from embracing each other. You see, we're living in a time of war too, and not love. A time to, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rent and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak. Right, exactly, and that's what I'm out here for. I'm living in the time to speak. Just let me show it to you. That's why I ain't finna keep quiet. Hold on, let me hold my point though. It's Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not. See that? It didn't tell me to speak with a soft voice. It said, cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. See that? That's why I'm loud out here. But let's keep going on this. Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. See that? So we living in the time of people judgment. Let me get it. Ecclesiasticus 8 and 6. Because to every purpose there is a time and judgment, therefore the misery of man is great upon him. I'm gonna jump to 11. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the Son of Man is fully set in them to do evil. And who is that to do evil? These Edomites. See that? That's what time it is. Let me get a little closer. See, it's time for these Edomites to receive their judgment. And who are the Edomites? The Caucasian white cave dweller people that's walking around here, America, South Africa, Australia, Europe, like they haven't done anything. See that? It's time for their judgment. Hold on, let me keep going. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked. See that? So who is the wicked? Let's find out. Because you know you have the church say, oh, it's the sinners. No. It didn't say sinners. It said the wicked. It said it shall not be well with the wicked. Let's find out who that is. Let's start to identify who is who. This Job 9 and 24. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So who runs the world? Who monetary money system? Who's on the money? Who's on all American money? What nationality of people is on the all American money? And before American money, it was the euro, which is in London. Ain't the Queen of England on the London money? And she happened to be what? Caucasian white woman. Who happened to be on all the money here in America? Caucasian white folks. So guess who, and guess who money runs the whole world? It's called the petrodollar. The petrodollar is converting all other people's money into American money for them to do any oil business or any business international or in their country. That's why BRICS and Shanghai Organization Corporation is setting up their own. So who is the wicked according to the Bible? The Caucasian white folks. And now it's your time to get it. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? See that? If he didn't cover up the face, let's find out what cover of the face of the judges mean. Let me show it to y'all. Here it is, right here. See that? Who put themselves up as the Lord? I ain't do it. See that? This is called the Renaissance period. Pope Alexander V and his son Rodrigo or Caesar Borgia, called the original crime family. They painted over all the dark arts up in Europe. It's called iconoclasm, meaning the defacing of the black images. Whether they take a painting, and they paid Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Da Vinci to actually do this in the chapels. Here it is right here. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? We looking at them. Them facts. And guess what? His name is David Rockefeller. He actually came back looking like who y'all call the Messiah. Now tell me that ain't funny. Y'all see it. Look, he's backing up and cause a whole accident. Only an Edomite to do something like that. See that? Now when did they come into power? When did these Edomites come into power? Do anybody know? Have anybody ever heard of Philip the Macedonian? We got any history people out here? What about Alexander the Great? Have anybody ever heard of him? I'm finna show it to y'all. This Maccabees 1:1. And this is another reason why the Catholic Church took it out the Bible. Because it identified them. It's Maccabees 1:1. And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Kittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece, and made many wars and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went through the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up, and he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributary unto him. And after these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should die. And they showed you that in Alexandria documentary. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. And who was that he gave his kingdom to? Ptolemy. He took Egypt. 323 BC. Facts. Seleucus. He took Babylon to Syria. 305-281 BC. Facts. Cassandra. He was the governor of Macedonia. 317 BC. Antagonist. He took over Asia Minor, which is 306 BC. And who is this?